And it's arena football action as the RGV Dorados are taking on the Lagartos out of Tampico, Mexico. Arena football action coming your way. Kickoff is about 5 minutes or so away from what you see right now. And the team right now out warming up is the Dorados out of the RGV. A home game here on a Wednesday night. The Dorados will be looking to get back on the winning column on their home turf. They lost the last time out here against Austin, but they'll try to get things going against this Tampico team. Tampico was out warming up a little bit earlier. They'll be back out here in just a few minutes, and then we'll have the announcing of the starting lineups and get you set for the opening kickoff. Arena football coming your way tonight on RioSportsLive.com. Stay tuned for more.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physicals. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Needing a treat before or after the big game? Then when in Harlingen, stop in at the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams, shakes, sundaes, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it at the Scoop in Harlingen. From the deli comes a variety of sandwiches that is sure to bring you back for more. Hamburgers and hot dogs served every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, Sundays from 12 to 6. On F Street in Harlingen, it's the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli.
We are back here at the arena in Hidalgo, Texas, and as the crowd is settled in, waiting for the opening kickoff of this one, we will get you set up with this broadcast on a Wednesday night. I'm Joe Bowling with you, Bert Ruiz on the camera. We appreciate the Hidalgo Arena for providing us a spot from which to broadcast the game. Again, you can see the fans that are down there getting amped up, ready for this ball game. A lot of fans coming in here for a first time to see this Dorado product, and I'm telling you, it is entertaining. It's a good brand of football out here, and the likes that will get better and better each and every ball game out here. The Dorados out taking the warm-up, still waiting for the Lagartos to return back to the turf, and then we'll have the pregame ceremonies, and we'll get you set. Watching us live tonight on Facebook, if you're watching there, be sure you pass the word around to other fans by sharing the link. Also, like the page and follow our page. Also on our YouTube channel, be sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can check out what games are coming up next or what events are coming up next. And then later on today during this broadcast, I will run the commercial which will actually show the instructions on how to find us on our Roku device. And we do have fans that are consistently watching us on Roku television. And you can watch it on the big screen wherever you may be, whether you're in a restaurant, whether you're at home, anywhere you may be throughout the world, you can watch us on our Roku channel. And we'll be having the instructions on how to find us right there. A couple minutes on the clock. I'm not sure we'll get this thing kicked off right at 7:30. That's when we're scheduled to start. Sometimes you just wait a little longer for something good to happen. We'll be back with more. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Fans, mark the calendar for May the 5th for exciting football action from Mercedes as Real Sports Live presents NFL flag football action in Turf Wars 2019. See the future stars from the area in tournament competition live on Real Sports Live from the Mercedes Tiger Football Stadium May the 5th. Coaches, sign your team up today and be a part of the show for just $75 a team. Sponsored in part by Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito. Register your team today or call 956-536-7185. Turf Wars, NFL flag football from Mercedes.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts! We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
A Piece of Cake by Gyrados in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Gyrados, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Gyrados in Harlingen.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
At Port Isabel Health Clinic, they care for you like family. Services include pediatrics, geriatric care, and family practice, school sports physicals, daycare physicals, orthopedic care, wellness exams for men and women. Dr. William Torkelson and his staff are here to serve you. Office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. through 5 p.m. Your health is their priority at the Port Isabel Health Clinic. Back here on RioSportsLive.com, you can see the Lagartos are right there waiting to make their entrance onto the field. We've already got 15 minutes on the clock, so we are getting closer and closer to the opening kickoff of this arena football game here on March 27, 2019. Crowd is here. They're, learning more about this product more and more, and that's one of the reasons why we're broadcasting these games, is to try to help get the word out that there is a new game in town, if you will, as the Dorados are entertaining fans here, and they've got several more home games coming up. So if you get a chance to watch them here, as you see the fans here, come on out and join these guys. Watch it here on Rio Sports Live, and then come out and see it live, your next chance you get. Tony Farino will be on the public address announcing. We'll turn the microphone over to him here in just a little bit. But again, we are getting set for the introduction of the teams and then the starting lineups, and then we'll have the opening kickoff. This is Dorado football. It's the Arena Football League. And this is RioSportsLive.com. Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen.
RGV Cattle Company, your source for champion Simbra show prospects in the valley. Simbra heifer and steer prospects being born now and ready for your inspection. Come see them. They won't last long. Contact Renee Vela, 956-279-2200.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the Blue Building and the Blue Shrimp Boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas. Back here as they bring on the Lagartos, we'll pick up Tony Fodino.
Wide receiver, number 3, Isaiah Jupiter. Offensive lineman, number 33, Xavier Rubin. Wide receiver, number 14, Kevin Short. Offensive lineman, number 64, Josh Davis. Offensive lineman, number 44, Fernando Vela. Offensive lineman, number 56, Scott Insky. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lagartos. Head coach is Mark Lozano, defensive coordinator Jermaine Blakely. Tonight's opponents, Los Lagartos. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet your Rio Grande Valley Dorados. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming the Dorados to the field, the RGV Junior Dorado Dancers. At quarterback, number 1, Darren Daniel. Defensive specialist, number 2, Rashawn Marshall Sr. And wide receiver, number 3, Arvin Juice Jackson. Defensive back, number 4, Job Mason. Middle linebacker, number 5, Ernie Pitbull Demens. At kick returner, number 7, CJ Gyrados. Defensive back number 8, Jamal Marshall. Wide receiver number 9, Danny Yellow. Quarterback number 12, Javier Samat. Defensive back number 11, Sean Potts. Kick return specialist number 12, Felix Carrillo. Defensive lineman number 13, Randy Enriquez. Alex Garcia. Number 35, middle linebacker, Marco Garcia. The kicker, number 44, Alejandro Segura. Lineman, number 55, Daniel Villapando. Offensive lineman, number 60, Moy Palacios. Offensive lineman, number 75, Brandon Perez. Fullback, number 77, Adonis Cruz. Wide receiver, number 88, Darius Dorsey. Defensive lineman, number 90, DeSantis Dudes. Desde Victoria, Tamaulipas, México, número 91, Solomon Solano. Head coach of the Dorados is Benny King. Ladies and gentlemen, our third team on the field tonight, our officials are head referee Ford Sesser, umpire Luben Garcia, head linesman Javier Chirinos, line judge Dennis Cantu, and back judge Gabriel Garza.
Starting lineups haven't been announced. We'll take a quick break and we come back. Opening kickoff. IAFL football continues after this on RealSportsLive.com.
Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito is right there for you when it comes to supporting your teams, schools, and organizations. A veteran-owned business dedicated to helping out regardless of the team or season. Let Chewy's design your hats or shirts with state-of-the-art embroidery. Let Chewy's design and print your shirts for the next big game. How about custom engraved top-of-the-line mugs, buttons, banners? Call Chewy's Custom Sports today.
Fans mark the calendar for May the 5th for exciting football action from Mercedes as Real Sports Live presents NFL flag football action in Turf Wars 2019. See the future stars from the area in tournament competition live on Real Sports Live from the Mercedes Tiger Football Stadium May the 5th. Coaches, sign your team up today and be a part of the show for just $75 a team. Sponsored in part by Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito. Register your team today or call 956-536-7185. Turf Wars, NFL flag football from Mercedes. TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Before, during, or after the big game, when in Mission, Texas, be sure to stop in at Brickfire Pizza. Pizza's made to order, prepared and cooked right there just for you. Be sure to take in the atmosphere of the enclosed patio area in the back and catch entertainment on the stage or catch the game on the big screen TVs. Backing teams and staying in touch with the community, Brickfire Pizza is the place in Mission. Stop in today. Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. Right now, check out this 2011 Corvette Grand Sport, where you can drive off the lot today, paying the taxes in just $540 a month. This is loaded, a leather interior, a heads-up display, removable glass top, a Bose stereo system, and more. You pay the taxes today, drive off the lot, $540 a month. Or how about this 2016 Kia Cadenza? This is yours today, $0 down, $300 a month. Leather seats, a dual moonroof, full navigation system, and 66,000 miles. Yours today, $0 down, $300 a month. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Fans, mark the calendar for May the 5th for exciting football action from Mercedes as Real Sports Live presents NFL flag football action in Turf Wars 2019. See the future stars from the area in tournament competition live on Real Sports Live from the Mercedes Tiger Football Stadium, May the 5th. Coaches, sign your team up today and be a part of the show for just $75 a team. Sponsored in part by Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito. Register your team today or call 956-536-7185. Turf Wars, NFL flag football from Mercedes.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, Domingo de la Garza, one of the owners of the Dorados, comes out with his mom for the opening ceremonial coin toss. And so we are just moments away from getting this game underway here today. Already had all the pregame introductions and the playing of the national anthem. So we'll have the two teams take the field here momentarily. And we'll have the opening kickoff for this game. Our appreciation again to the Dorados for allowing us to broadcast this game here tonight. And, of course, to the arena here for providing us a spot from which to broadcast the game, which is more important than anything. As we watch the opening coin toss. Lagartos will be in the white uniforms tonight with the orange and dark blue trim. Dorados in the gold uniforms with the blue trim. So the Lagartos will have the ball to start the ball game. As the Dorados won the coin toss, they deferred. They'll get the ball to start the second half. And welcome back again to IAFL football and International Arena football between Tampico, the Lagartos, and the RGV Dorados. This league, if you're not familiar with it, can put up a bunch of points in a hurry. So any lead that you get is not comfortable. In a lot of cases, these teams put up some big numbers. You'll see some variations. Those of you that are accustomed to watching just traditional football, you'll see some variations to how this game is played in the fact that Well, other than the fact it's a 50-yard field and it's indoors and it's in an arena. Things like motion. You'll see receivers that are able to move forward towards the line of scrimmage before the snap. In some cases, you'll see guys take a 10 to 15, maybe even a 20-yard run from behind the line of scrimmage, and the ball will be snapped as they're crossing the line. Much different than professional football, high school football, or any other football that you may be accustomed to seeing. That'll be the biggest change. Touchdown scored. There is a way to kick extra points here. But most elect to go for a 2-point conversion by moving the ball back. We'll take a look and see how these teams set things up when they score their points. And I say win because this is not going to be a shutout. I've never been to a game yet that's been a shutout, despite the fact there are some teams that have some heavy hitting, tremendous defensive players. Alejandro Segura will tee it up for the Dorados. He'll be kicking the football off and back to return the kick. 2 men back there for the Lagartos. Kickoff underway. To the right-hand side, fielded out there across the 5, 10, 15, down to the 20-yard line to 25. Big run across that midfield stripe and down near the 15-yard line of the Dorados. Waiting to see if Tony Farino gives us a name on that. We were given a roster of the Lagartos, and number 7 was not on the roster. He just simply said number 7, so I'm at the mercy of finding out his name on the fly here as we go through this broadcast. First possession of the ball game. First snap coming up from scrimmage for the Lagartos. And under center is quarterback Isaiah Jupiter. Has a back on the left side who comes in motion. Jupiter on the first snap from scrimmage, swings it past left side. That's going to be tipped incomplete in the direction of Isaiah Jupiter. Nothing doing on the pass attempt for the Lagartos. Quarterback is Byron Ingram, by the way.
On the defense for the Dorados, number 2, Rashawn Marshall Sr.
Dorados defensively setting up, waiting for this second down snap. Under center is Ingram. To his left side, deep in the backfield is Maurice Dupree. He'll go in motion on that left side. Ingram takes a snap, drops back to throw, looks for the end zone. That's going to be tipped, nearly incomplete, intercepted. Tipped away by Rashawn Marshall Sr. And 2 incompleted pass brings up third down. Marshall had an opportunity there for the interception for the Dorados. Came over there talking over with Joe Mason. He's like, man, I had a chance at that. I'd like to get it back. They call it the no-fly zone, the secondary of the Dorados. Third down coming up for Byron Ingram. Ingram drops back, looks to throw, and left side underthrows his man in the direction of Jupiter again. 3 quick incompleted passes. And it's a fourth down coming up for the Lagartos. Now there are goalposts here in the arena, and you can't attempt a field goal. I've seen teams do that. In this case, it appears though the Lagartos will be going for it on fourth down. Can't get a first down without getting the end zone. They need to get inside the 6-yard line to accomplish that. 3 unsuccessful attempts through the air thus far by Byron Ingram. This time he'll line up in a shotgun. Drops back to throw. Steps up middle of the field, incomplete pass in the direction of Maurice Dupree. And the Dorados defense gets a stop on the first possession. They'll take over. Dorados will bring the offense onto the field for the first time. 4 incomplete passes. That's a rarity in IAFL football. It's a testament to the Dorados secondary on the coverage. A lot of times it just takes a possession or 2 to get in sync, but points can come in a hurry in this league. Darren Daniel in at quarterback for the Dorados. First play from scrimmage for the RGV Dorados. 2 receivers out to the right side, another receiver left side, empty backfield. Man in motion goes out to the right side. That's Daniel Young. And looking to throw is Daniel. Dropping back, looking, has a man right side, overthrows his man, incomplete. Arvin Jackson, the intended receiver. And so neither team dialing it in as of yet to start this ball game. Jackson out there on the right-hand side. Darius Dorsey was also with him. Dorsey was banged up in the last game played here against the Austin team. I was watching him out of warm-ups. He appears to be in a good shape. Second down play. Daniel drops back to throw. Over the middle, looking for a bunch. Down in the end zone, it's picked off. In the end zone, coming out is Justin Broom. Takes it across the 15-yard line to the midfield area. Broom on his horse. Left side, down the left side. Broom takes it to the house. Pick 6. Lagartos. Justin Broom with a pick 6. And just like that, it's a 6-0 game. The Lagartos on top. Dorados went for it all over the top. Ball was overthrown, allowing Broom to get underneath it. And then once he got the interception, he brought it back to the house for the score. Lagartos will go for a 2-point conversion. Back in at quarterback is Byron Ingram. After the defensive score, Ingram drops back to throw, hands it off instead up the middle, diving forward, and that's good. 2-point conversion is good. 8-0 your score. Kickoff after this. TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
We want to thank Truck Techs being one of our sponsors here on RealSportsLive.com for allowing us to broadcast the game. Justin Broom with a pick 6. 2-point conversion. Lagartos on top, 8-0. Kickoff. Back to return it is Jamal Marshall. Brings it out across the 10. 15, got a block at the 20. 25, banged out of bounds on the left-hand side. And there's a flag back behind this play. And so we'll take a look at the flag, which is probably going to be an illegal block on the Dorados. That's where it was thrown in the vicinity that those would occur. So a good return by Marshalls, most likely coming back for this Dorado team. I want to remind you fans, we've got additional coverage coming up this week. We're a little handicapped in the fact that, well, Eric Medrano is out of the state visiting some family, so he'll be back in the mix. So there goes System 2 out of the way. DeMarcus is down helping out with the island. There goes System 3 out of the way. So those two guys will be back in the mix, and we'll be heavy into coverage beginning next week. Yours truly here tonight, and then Friday track from Raymondville. Saturday, Texas Valley Sports football and basketball coming your way, and Sunday, Texas Valley Sports football as well. Flag on this play. Dorados looking over the middle. Got Dorsey, caught it inside the 10. Now we'll check out the flag. Darius Dorsey on the catch. And it looks like it may be against the defense as the Dorados are already moving downfield. Here comes the call from the official. It will be against the Lagartos. So that play will stand. And it's a first down for the Dorados as they move the ball deep down into Lagarto territory inside the 10. Spotted down to the 7, first and goal coming up. Daniel over the top that time to Darius Dorsey. And if they can get that one-on-one coverage, they'll be doing that on a regular basis. Dorsey lines up on the right-hand side. To the left side is Daniel Young. Under center is Daniel. Sends a man in motion. Daniel drops back to throw. Penalty on this play. Daniel going to run. Fumbles the football into the end zone. Recovered by the Lagartos. They'll try to bring it out. They're tackled. And now we'll sort out the penalty. A lot of extracurricular stuff now going on as these two teams just flat out get after it down on the field. At the high school level, we would pull off of that in a hurry. Bert Ruiz was automatically on the trigger for that. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. We want to see what this flag's all about because Daniel fumbled the football, but the flags had already been thrown on the play. Now, there's some second flags that came out, and those are going to be for the extracurricular stuff that happened after the play. The ball was recovered by the Lagartos. And right now, the officials are saying that it's Lagarto football, but they're also having a heavy discussion down there about the penalty on the play. I want to remind you fans that our coverage here on Rio Sports Live is responsible as a result of the advertisers, as you see when I run the commercials. These advertising businesses have assisted us in bringing the broadcast to life. They're also allowing us to bring more and more people on board to be able to put more and more systems in play to broadcast more and more events. This week alone, we'll have track and field for the first time on Rio Sports Live. Here comes the call from the official on the flags, and right now they're discussing things with both coaches first before they allow anything to be relayed out to the fans, or perhaps more anxious than anyone else. I didn't see anything that may have a result of an ejection, but we may get one out of this. Time you get that extracurricular stuff going on, you just never know. Dorados stepping in there. The officials trying to do whatever they can to make sure the players are out of the way. They have the coaches to the side. The Lagartos coach has already made his way to the sideline. Now here come the fouls.
We have a live ball offsides penalty against Tampico, number 4. That'll be half the distance to the goal. We'll replay first down. After the play, we have unsportsmanlike conduct against the Rio Grande Valley, number 3. We also have, after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct against Tampico, number 40. Those penalties will offset. That's the first unsportsmanlike conduct for each of those players. We'll replay first down.
There you see it. All said and done. An offsides penalty will be enforced. Half the distance to the goal line. Dorados will have it. Still first and goal. And then a personal foul against two different players, offset. And so the ball will be spotted inside the 5-yard line. Dorados with a golden opportunity here to get on the scoreboard. And that was a wall-send touchdown for Darren Daniel had he not fumbled the ball, which set up all the extracurricular stuff going on. Daniel lines up under center on this first down play. In motion goes Jackson. Drops back, hands the ball off. Left-hand side, still fighting for some yardage, but nothing doing as the Lagartos are there to stop that play. Underneath that, big lineman, Adonis Cruz, had his helmet come off. He was fighting to open up a little room on the blocking scheme. First quarter action continues. It's second and goal for the Dorados. New play for Darren Daniel and the offense. Threw a pick six on their first possession. This is the second time they've had their hands on the ball. Daniel up to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers on the right side. Dorsey is the deep one on that far side. Drops back to throw. Swings a screen to Dorsey. Catches, dives forward. That is a touchdown for the Dorados. Darius Dorsey in the house. Dorados on the board with 7:41 to go here in the first. That was a fairly easy looking play. Once they set that receiver screen, the two receivers going forward, set up the blocking scheme, and then Dorsey, the athleticism, took it in for the rest. Dorados appear to be going for the 1-point conversion, and that means that Alejandro Segura will look to put it through the uprights. Out of the hold of Javier Femat. Good snap, placement there, kick is away, and it's good. 8-7 game. Lagartos lead. Dorados back in the ball game. Back after this. Before, during, or after the big game, when in Mission, Texas, be sure to stop in at Brickfire Pizza. Pizza's made to order, prepared and cooked right there just for you. Be sure to take in the atmosphere of the enclosed patio area in the back and catch entertainment on the stage or catch the game on the big screen TVs. Backing teams and staying in touch with the community, Brickfire Pizza is the place in Mission. Stop in today. Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. Right now, check out this 2014 Hyundai Elantra Gt. This car is loaded with a leather interior, satellite radio, Bluetooth, and it's yours today for zero money down and $175 a month. That's right, no money down. Drive away today, just $175 a month. Or feel the power of this 2016 Dodge Challenger. This includes the RT Scat Pack, includes navigation, satellite radio, a reverse camera, an Alpine stereo system. Practically new with just 31,000 miles, powered by a 6.4-liter 392 Hemi engine. This today on the lot at $33,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas. No official down there to give me an indication that there is a clock start or stop, so we'll get those commercials down pat and get you up to speed on what's transpiring there. Lagartos with the football, leading 8-7 here in the first quarter. Ingram at quarterback, hands the ball off inside, running play right side with some room, down the sideline, inside the 10, on his feet. That'll be first and goal coming up for the Lagartos. Could carry that time for the Lagartos. First and goal coming up for the Tampico Lagartos. Crowd continues to file in here. It's a pretty good one. Sections 114, 115, pretty much full. 3/4 of the way up, 115 all the way to the top row. That's pretty nice to see from across the way. First and goal situation for the Lagartos. Ingram under center, sends a man in motion, drops back to throw. Penalties on the play. That's picked off on the sideline, down the right side for the Dorados. One man to beat, and it's a pick six. Joe Mason to the house. Now we'll check out the penalties. There may have been a penalty on the return as well, but now we'll take a look at these flags. Mason completely jumped that route all the way. And it was clear sailing down to the end zone for the score. And now we're taking a look as the officials are coming back to the Lagarto side of the field, so this is going to be waved off. As that'll be an illegal defense against the Dorados. So wave the points off the board. Move the football further down, and it's first and goal for the Lagartos, and wow, how that changes things. Lagartos were looking at lining up to defend an extra point. Now they're looking to build on their lead. Penalty certainly a part of this ball game to start it off. Over on the left side, Isaiah Jupiter. Another receiver out to the right side. Quick snap, handoff up the middle. Penalty on this play. That's going to go nowhere. And they got all kinds of numbers out here without names. First thing I ask when I get here is, give me the rosters. That penalty will be against the Lagartos, and that'll move them back as they didn't have anyone declare on the line as a eligible receiver. So that marches it back outside the 5, back to the 9, and it remains first down for the Lagartos. Out to the left side is Jupiter. In a deep formation is Maurice Dupree. He goes in motion. Ingram drops back, swings it over to Dupree, catches it, takes on a tackler, and then gets slammed to the sideline. So back to the 5-yard line of the Lagartos, and it's 2nd and goal coming up. Last time out here, we were given a video feed from the arena, but they turned on some new screens tonight as they were feeding the video screens down around the concession area. So we're going with a single camera shoot here. Bert Ruiz going solo tonight. 2nd and goal for the Lagartos. Ingram keeps it back to his right-hand side, sends a man in motion to the right, drops back to throw, looking over the middle. It's dropped, incomplete. Dupree was right there. It was in his hands, and an incomplete pass. Lagartos miss a chance on that one. Third down and goal coming up for the Lagartos. For the Dorados defense, they have one stop thus far in this game. That was the first possession for the Lagartos. Lagartos break out of the huddle. 2 receivers to the right, make it a 3rd receiver now out to the right-hand side for Byron Ingram. Ingram under center on this play. Setting up his receivers. Now he's ready to go. Takes a snap, going to keep it himself, running left-hand side, hit, stretches forward, fumbles the football, and it's recovered by the Dorados at the 1. It'll be Dorado football. He stretched forward, and that will be a fumble as he dropped it just before he hit. Dorados take over inside the 1. And the Lagartos come up empty on the possession. Lagartos certainly had a chance on that possession to get points on the board and come away empty. Dorados taking their time at getting the offense on the field. Darren Daniel will be the quarterback. He's over there talking it over with his coach. We'll see how they approach this. Length of the field to go as the ball is just out of the shadows of their own end zone. Ball inside the 1 as they set up the play. Coming out of the huddle, Daniel Long lines up as a receiver on the right side. Darius Dorsey out to the left-hand side. Another receiver joins Dorsey on this left side on this first down play. In motion, Daniel now drops back to throw, looking over the middle, and he's got a man. It's caught inside the 20, across the midfield stripe, down to the 20-yard line. That's a first down for Arvin Jackson on the catch and yards after the catch. Jackson on a crossing route and showed a lot of speed after he caught the ball. Gets some breathing room for the Dorados. They had to start this drive inside their 1. Daniel now brings him up to the line. Daniel Young to the right side, Jackson to the left. Dorsey will go in motion on this left side, and he'll head to the line of scrimmage. Snap occurs, dropping back, looking for Dorsey. Had him open, didn't throw it. Daniel looks, backpedals, penalty on the play, and he throws it away. Another helmet came off during that play. Big number 44, Fernando Vela. had his helmet come off, and that's about where they threw the flag, so we'll see what occurred there. Score is 8-7, by the way. Yes, it is, my friends. Gilbert Perez. We set these scoreboards up because of the fact that if you put this on a big screen, which is where a lot of our viewers are now watching these games, scoreboard is in perfect shape. Start watching it on these smaller screens, your phones and your mobile devices. Scoreboard's a little small. But it is an 8-7 game with 2:02 left here in the first quarter. Daniel on first down. Drops back to throw again. Has time, looking over the middle. There's Dorsey, caught it, takes on a tackler. Inside the 10 for a 1st and goal as Darius Dorsey with a catch. Dorsey's second catch of the ball game. Fans, where you're watching these games from, give us a shout out. It's always neat to see where the fans are tuning into these games from, whether it be on our Facebook, on our YouTube. I can monitor both of those. It's always cool to see where the fans can watch these games from when they're tuning in. Daniel drops back to throw, looking, has time, rush. Now he throws it back of the end zone and threw it away.
Pass intended for the Dorados, number 9, Danny.
In the direction of Danny Young. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and goal for the Dorados. On this play. Chiming in from San Benito. Hello to Julian Rios checking out the game. Dorados football. Daniel in under center. Here comes a lot of motion up front. The penalties occur before the snap. Watching from Houston, Texas. Send a shout out to Coach Cato. Chiming in from there. 17 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. This one will be against the Dorados. That'll take it back out across the 10-yard line. And it remains 2nd down for the RGV Dorados. They'll also start the clock, so I'm not sure they'll run a play here. Or if they'll just go right into the second quarter of play, down 1. Daniel in no hurry, brings him up to the line. He's going to let the clock run out. First quarter in the books. Lagartos on a pick 6. Lead this one 8-7. Back with the second quarter after this. TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, we'll get that Truck Techs commercial in as our next break. Quick turnaround. Daniel wants to throw, drops back over the middle, got a man, caught, touchdown. Will it count? There's a penalty on the play. Daniel Young on the catch, and they're calling that a hold against the Dorados, so wave that off. Points off the board. Watching from New York, watching from Pittsburgh, watching from Georgia. watching from parts of Texas, McAllen, San Benito, all chiming in. That's all watching on our Facebook. We'll see what's happening on our YouTube channel, where some of the fans may be watching this game from as well. Give us a shout out. It's always fun again to see where the fans are coming from when they're watching these games. That was a big penalty against the Dorados. Takes it all the way back outside the 20-yard line. Second quarter action. If you're just joining us, it was a Justin Broom pick six from the end zone. It led to the first points of the game for the Lagartos. They went for a 2-point conversion and converted. 3-yard pass from Darren Daniel to Darius Dorsey. Extra point was good. It's an 8-7 ball game, and that's where we stand. Daniel now on second down. Drops back to throw. Deep drop. Daniel has time. Fires it over the middle. It's caught. This is Young. Takes on a tackler. Spins down to the 5-yard line. Danny Young with a catch. Back inside that 10-yard line. Dorados knocking on the door. More extracurricular activity back behind the play. That seems to be happening more and more. Fans watching from New Orleans, watching from Atlanta. Appreciate you watching wherever you're tuning in here on Rio Sports Live. I brought 4 cameras with me tonight. I was hoping I could have a couple extra guys that would come run some cameras tonight. If you're looking to get into sports broadcasting of any way, shape, or form, send me an email. I've got some opportunities, especially with this summer coming up and all of the sports we're going to be covering. If you want to get into sports broadcasting, I've got the doors to open now here on RioSportsLive.com. Exciting news with the South Padre Island here in South Texas, stepping up and in the advertising market with us. We'll be launching a campaign for them beginning here in a week or so. And as each of these advertisers comes on board, that's more and more opportunity for me to put people in position to be gainfully employed covering sports here for Rio Sports Live. Officials have taken a long time again discussing that penalty. We'll see which way they go with this one. Watching from Villa, Texas, watching from Mexico. Send a shout out in that direction. So let's see, just outside of Texas alone, Georgia, Pittsburgh, La Gallina, that's in Texas, New Orleans, Atlanta, and New York, all watching this game that I can see right now on our social media side of things. It'll be third down and goal to go for the Dorados. Now the officials have called timeout. While they do that, we'll take a quick break. This is RioSportsLive.com.
And tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Tex in Arlington.
Bring it back. That was a quick timeout by the officials, and now we're set to go. Dorados break out of the huddle after a lengthy pause after that last snap. Daniel under center, sends a man in motion on the right side. That's Young. Drops back to throw. Has time, looks, rushed out of the pocket. Now he fires. That's nearly picked off. It's tipped incomplete. Defense down there in the secondary for the Lagartos. Nearly came up with another pick. They've already intercepted one in the end zone. Returned that to the house for their only score of the game. 4th and goal for the Dorados coming up from the 5-yard line. The Dorados defense got a stop down here. Lagartos trying to do the same and get their hands back on the football and maintain this 1-point lead. Now we've got a timeout. We'll take a quick break. This is RealSportsLive.com. Before, during, or after the big game, when in Mission, Texas, be sure to stop in at Brickfire Pizza. Pizza's made to order, prepared and cooked right there just for you. Be sure to take in the atmosphere of the enclosed patio area in the back and catch entertainment on the stage or catch the game on the big screen TVs. Backing teams and staying in touch with the community, Brickfire Pizza is the place in Mission. Stop in today. Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. Right now, check out this 2014 Hyundai Elantra GT. This car is loaded with a leather interior, satellite radio, Bluetooth, and it's yours today for zero money down and $175 a month. That's right, no money down. Drive away today, just $175 a month. Or feel the power of this 2016 Dodge Challenger. This includes the RT Scat Pack, includes navigation, satellite radio, a reverse camera, an Alpine stereo system. Practically new with just 31,000 miles, powered by a 6.4-liter 392 Hemi engine. This today on the lot at $33,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas. Back here on RioSportsLive.com, and after the break in the action, the Dorados will have their hands on the football. They'll have a 4th and goal coming up, and they appear to have the field goal unit in as Alejandro Segura will tee it up on the 12-yard line for the field goal attempt. Out of the hold of Femont. Good snap. Femont gets it down, and Segura puts it up. No good. It went wide left. So the Dorados come up empty-handed on their possession. 8-7 game. Got that scoreboard up live and visible down there. That's a real score, my friends. We got that keyed in to the actual scoreboard here on the big screen. Lagartos take over. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. On this play, quarterback Byron Ingram back in the ball game. 2 receivers right side, single receiver left side. Ingram hands it off inside, and that's going to go for nothing. Tackle made that time by DeSantos. Dumas makes that catch, or makes that stop as Dooms just picked up the ball carrier and stopped him right there in his tracks. Second down play coming up for Ingram. Ingram sends a man in motion, left-hand side, drops back to throw, has time over the middle, and it's caught. And that should be enough for a 1st down out across the 20-yard line. Tackle made by Jamal Marshall, but a nice catch in traffic for the Lagartos.
That's a Lagartos 1st down.
Brings up a 1st down for the Lagartos. Little breathing room now for their offense to work as they've got the ball near the midfield stripe. A 50-yard field, so that means that 25 is your midfield. As they bring it up, Ingram, the quarterback. Receiver right side, out to the left-hand side is Isaiah Jupiter. Man in motion, that's Dupree. Looks for Jupiter on the left side. He catches it. About a 7-yard gain, and he's banged out into those boards on the side. Welcome again to arena football, where there's no such thing as out of bounds unless you want to go head over heels into a front row of seats. The ruling is if you're hit and you make contact with a player and the boards on the side at the same time, it is ruled a stoppage in play. If you reach the football over that sideline, it's considered out of bounds. That's the only true out of bounds play in this game. Ingram under center again. 2nd down and call it 4 yards to go. Trots back to throw, looking, and he leaves it in the left-hand side of the end zone. That's incomplete.
Defending for the Dorados, number 8.
Jamal Marshall back there in coverage.
All right, Dorados fans, it's 3rd down, and you know what that
3rd down coming up for the Lagartos.
we want
from the 20-yard line of the Dorados. Lagartos. Hearing the crowd make a little noise here on this third down play. Ingram under center, drops back to throw again, throws it, it's caught in traffic. Down to the 10, now to the 5, and diving in the end zone, touchdown Maurice Dupree. Flag on the play, we'll take a look at that. Dupree went diving in the end zone for the score, but now we'll take a look at the officials. We've had a lot of lengthy discussions, and we're having another one now. That will be called a touchdown. We'll check that. They will call that against the Lagartos. So replay third down for the Lagartos. So points have been taken off the board for each team here tonight in this first half due to penalties.
Are you ready, Dorados fans?
They'll mark the ball right on the midfield stripe. And it remains third down. Call it 8 yards to go now for the Lagartos. They'll have to take it inside the 15 to get the first down.
For 10 minutes. If the Dorados get a sack, we've got $2 drop beer for 10 minutes.
Now they just called out if you get a sack here, $2 draft beer for the next 10 minutes. Crowd going crazy for that one. Ingram under center, sends a man in motion right-hand side. Drops back to throw, swings it right side, caught. Inside the 15, that's enough for a first down on a pitch and catch to Isaiah Jupiter. And the Lagartos sustain the drive. Quick delivery that time by Byron Ingram. Right on the money to Jupiter, who had freed up some space over on that right side. First down for the Lagartos. They can still get a first down without getting to the end zone. 8:54 remaining here in the first half. Byron Ingram relaying the play to Maurice Dupree out there as a receiver on that left side. Dupree will go in motion out of a shotgun. Ingram drops back to throw. Rushed out of the pocket. Stays with it. Stays in the end zone. Touchdown pass. Lagartos score, and that was all because of Ingram. Dupree got free, but Ingram was the one that created the space. And the Lagartos are adding to the lead. Maurice Dupree on the catch. The extra point coming up for the Tampico Lagartos. They look like they're going to go for a 1-point conversion here. Now some confusion. Lagartos will have to talk it over. They'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. TVNS specializes in. Back here, the extra point is good for the Lagartos. And they'll go up by the score of 16-7. Apologize there, trying to get those commercials all set up. 16-7 ball game with 7:52 remaining here in the half. We'll keep it right here. Reminding you that we do have additional coverage coming your way. I know there's soccer playoffs tomorrow, and we're looking at capabilities of doing that. I also know that my wife and I have an antique store and Rio Sports Live headquarters that is moving from Harlingen to San Benito. And we got to get that move accomplished over the next 4 days. So Rio Sports Live will take a back seat to that. And those of you who have been with us from the start will understand that it was Forever Memories that pretty much funded the show out of the gate for Rio Sports Live to even begin. My wife and I said, let's get this done. And so we put that into play. So the next couple of days we'll be moving. Anybody want to help? Come on down to Jackson Street and help us out for the next 4 days, especially Saturday and Sunday. Friday I will have a track meet coming your way from Raymondville. We'll be broadcasting our first track meet here on Rio Sports Live. Kickoff coming up, and the Lagartos, who have led throughout this ball game, will boom it away. One man back to return the kick for the Dorados. Takes it out of the end zone, brings it up middle of the field, tries to make a move, hit, and down he goes inside the 5. Strong tackle made down there inside the 5-yard line.
Number 21.
And so the RGV Dorados will take over. First and 10. They're saying Alex Garcia was the one that made that tackle. And he's another number that's not on the roster provided over here on our side. First down play for the RGV Dorados. Under center, Darren Daniel. Dorsey on the right side will go in motion. Daniel drops back to throw. Looking, watching, has a man. Now a penalty flag. He throws it middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20-yard line. Should be enough for a first down, but now we got to take a look at the penalty. That may be a hold in the end zone, and that would result in a safety. If this is against the Dorados, it's thrown in the end zone. There comes the call from the official. It's a personal foul against the defense, so that's against the Lagartos. So the play will stand, and the Dorados move the football across the midfield stripe. Arvin Jackson got free in the middle of the field for that catch. Daniel on the pass play. From an explosive perspective, you get the feeling the Dorados have the big play capabilities on just about any play. But you look at the scoreboard, this Lagarto team has controlled it. Now the officials want to talk it over before they let the snap occur. They are set to go. Dorsey lines up on the left-hand side. Darren Daniel, first and goal inside the 10, call it the 9. On first down, Daniel drops back. Here comes some pressure. Got away from a man. Throws it down in traffic. That's going to be incomplete. Looking for Danny Young. That was in heavy traffic back in the end zone. Second and goal coming up for the Dorados. Both teams have shown the capability of getting real stingy in the red zone, as both have come up with defensive stands on a first and goal situation, holding it through 4 downs. Appreciate all the fans chiming in from wherever they're watching these games. It's a neat mix to see where they're all coming from. On second down, Daniel, a deep drop, throws it back of the end zone, looking for Dorsey. That's incomplete. Dorsey back there got banged into the boards. Got a groan from the crowd back there. Officials declaring that was an uncatchable pass. And so 3rd down and goal to go coming up for the Dorados. Timeout called. Dorados want to talk it over. Back after this.
Respite care and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Another fan chiming in from Maryland, watching this ball game. We want to send a shout out in the direction of the family of Jose Cavazos out of McAllen. They stationed us here in Suite 117, and we were all set up ready to broadcast when Jose and his family came in. He had actually purchased this suite, so he graciously moved aside to another one and allowed us to stay here to broadcast. Daniel wants to throw, looks, fires, end zone, caught, touchdown Dorados. Arvin Jackson reels it in traffic, 6 points on the board. Jackson with another acrobatic catch. And the Dorados cut it back to a 3-point game. Arvin Jackson with his first touchdown of the game. The extra point coming up. It looks like the Dorados will be going for 2 on this play. 5:13 and counting. They don't stop the clock after a touchdown. They wait and stop that after the extra point. 2-point conversion coming up. Famat in at quarterback. Javier drops back, going to run, takes it up the middle, stretches forward, got it to the goal line, and it is good. 2-point conversion is good for Famat. He saw the line, stretched it out. The officials made sure and got it right. And we got a 1-point game. Kickoff after this.
Before, during, or after the big game, when in Mission, Texas, be sure to stop in at Brickfire Pizza. Pizza's made to order, prepared and cooked right there just for you. Be sure to take in the atmosphere of the enclosed patio area in the back and catch entertainment on the stage or catch the game on the big screen TVs. Backing teams and staying in touch with the community, Brickfire Pizza is the place in Mission. Stop in today. Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. Right now, check out this 2014 Hyundai Elantra Gt. This car is loaded with a leather interior, satellite radio, Bluetooth, and it's yours today for 0 money down and $175 a month. That's right, no money down. Drive away today, just $175 a month. Or feel the power of this 2016 Dodge Challenger. This includes the RT Scat Pack, includes navigation, satellite radio, a reverse camera, an Alpine stereo system. Practically new with just 31,000 miles, powered by a 6.4-liter 392 Hemi engine. This today on the lot at $33,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com on the kickoff return for the Lagartos. Making a couple of moves, but they will not get away from the return men. And the play blown dead just outside the 15. Lagarto offense at times has looked real good. Other times they've struggled against this Dorado defense. First down play, a pass play to the right-hand side, and a huge hit delivered. Down goes the receiver. How about the hit by Joe Mason? Mason with perhaps the biggest hit of the game thus far. Second down coming up for the Lagartos. Out of a shotgun formation, Byron Ingram sends a man in motion. To the right side, that's Jupiter. Rolls right, looks to throw, looking for Jupiter. Underthrown, incomplete. That was Debris on the underneath route. And third down coming up for the Lagartos. 1 point ball game, 2:47 and counting here in the half. Looking further ahead to the second half, the Dorados will have the football to start the second half. They won the opening coin toss, deferred that into the second half. So if they can get a stop here, they'll have possession with a chance to take the lead to start the second half. Byron Ingram and company want to do something about that. Sends a man in motion right side. Ingram drops back to throw. Quick swing pass over to Dupree. Takes on a tackler. And then gets stopped at the 20. That should be enough for a first down. Dupree flat out taking on tacklers. And they do move the chains for a first down for the Lagartos. From the 20, clock running with 1:46 to go. They will have a 1 minute warning in IAFL football. Ingram and company on this first down play, out of a shotgun this time. Debris in motion on the left. Ingram drops back, looking, pressure coming, gets away from a man. Penalty on the play as he throws it about 6 rows deep. Send a shout out back in the direction of Patrice Pilgrim, watching from Baltimore, Maryland. Appreciate you tuning in to our game here on RioSportsLive.com. Hopefully I got these commercials fixed because I want to run that spot that shows how to get the Roku television channel here on Rio Sports. That was a holding call against the Lagartos. So that'll move the football back inside the 20-yard line. Lagartos will have it there. Still first down. Once again, setting up a sack situation. If the Dorados can pull off a sack, it's $2 drinks. Fans showing their interest in that as a fact that we're nearing a halftime break. Ingram out of a shotgun on first down. Drops back to throw. Ingram swings it left side to Dupree. Tries to make a man miss, and that play's blown dead. Ingram got to Rashawn Marshall. Marshall, again, made contact over on the side. Anytime you make contact with a player and the boards at the same time, play is blown dead. Should reach the 1 minute warning with that. And we do. See if I can get these commercials to work.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas. Back here on RioSportsLive.com and Rio Sports Live YouTube, Rio Sports Live Facebook, and on Roku Television, Rio Sports Live. I'm Joe Bowling with you from the arena in Hidalgo, Texas. IAFL football. 1 minute warning here as we close out the first half. The Lagartos with a second down play, look to throw. Over the middle, that's going to be dropped. Right into and out of the hands of Isaiah Jupiter. And an incomplete pass stops the clock. We go to official NCAA rules right now.
It's third down. Dorados fans, the minute the Lagartos break the huddle, that's where we want you to make noise. And keep it going. If they can't hear the play, they can't win the play. Dorados fans.
Third down coming up. Dorado fans trying to make some noise. They want to get their hands on the football one more time. I talked about having a chance to score to start the second half. They'd like to get a stop here. 3 receivers right-hand side for Byron Ingram. In motion goes Jupiter. Ingram drops the snap, and here comes a penalty on the play. And they'll stop the clock with 55 seconds to go. That'll be offsides against the Tampico Lagartos. Fernando Vela jumped offside, said the official.
All right, the minute they break the huddle, we're going to get loud again. Are you ready? 6 seconds. Dorados fans.
And so it's still third down for the Lagartos. They did run the clock on that snap, so they're trying to reset the clock. As we're under official NCAA rules for the final 1 minute of each half. So right at 56 seconds left in the half. Third down play for the Lagartos. Dupree wide right. Out there with him is Isaiah Jupiter. Jupiter in motion, and here comes another penalty. Randy Enriquez came across the line. Fernando Vela was right there. That'll be against the offense. So another 5-yard penalty, and the Tampico Lagartos are going backwards here already in this drive. They had the big catch, got the ball across the midfield stripe. We're in Dorado territory, threatening. Now consecutive penalties have pushed the ball back. Still third down. They got to take it down near the 10-yard line of the Dorados to get a first down. Byron Ingram. This time sends Jupiter in motion from a deep run. Takes a sprint. Throw over the middle, tipped and caught. A juggling catch made at the 20-yard line. Short of first down yardage. And a fourth down play coming up for the Lagartos. You wonder if the Dorados would burn a timeout here. 40 seconds and counting. They're not going to burn the timeout. Get a stop here, you get your hands on the football. Fourth down play for Ingram and the Lagartos. Sends a man in motion. That's Jupiter. Ingram drops back to throw. Throws it right side. That's going to be incomplete. Here comes a penalty. Contact was made downfield. Maurice Dupree, the intended receiver, ran into Joe Mason. We'll take a look at the call. Becomes the question, is it an uncatchable pass, or is it going to be defensive holding and not interference? It's probably closer to the call than the interference.
Pass interference.
They do call interference on Mason. So that's an automatic first down on a 10-yard penalty. And the Lagartos will have another opportunity now to get points on the board to close out this first half. First down, and call it goal to goal as the nose of the football across the 10-yard line. I don't think he can run 4 plays in a row here with 14 seconds left. Ingram out of a shotgun. Dupree wide left. Also on the left side is Jupiter. He'll go in motion. Ingram takes a snap, drops back, looks, middle. It's going to be picked off by the Dorados in the end zone. Interception. Now they'll call it Dorado football with 8 seconds to go. Marshall with the pick in the end zone. And the Dorados take over. Not our first interception in the end zone here of the night for the two teams. Now the question is, will the Dorados open it up and go over the top here? Looking for a quick score. They will get the ball to start the second half. They've trailed throughout this game thanks to a pick six on the opening drive. First time they had their hands on the ball. Danny Young goes in motion left-hand side. Daniel drops back to throw, looking for Young. Got him, and he's right at the midfield stripe, and that stops play with 3 seconds to go. And a first down for the Dorados. Design play to go underneath. This one you're going to have to go in the end zone if you're Darren Daniel and the Dorados of the RGV. Fans watching for a first time, if you're on our Facebook, be sure you also go over to our YouTube channel, subscribe to YouTube, help get our numbers up. That's what helps our advertisers say, hey, we like what you're doing here. 10 million views is what we're at right now in the past 16 months. Dropping back to throw. Looking. Daniel has time. Now he throws it in zone, and it's incomplete. That closes out the end of the half. Extracurricular stuff going on after that. And we've reached the halftime break. We'll take a break. We'll talk about the second half after this. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. Right now, check out this 2014 Hyundai Elantra Gt. This car is loaded with a leather interior, satellite radio, Bluetooth, and it's yours today for zero money down and $175 a month. That's right, no money down. Drive away today, just $175 a month. Or feel the power of this 2016 Dodge Challenger. This includes the RT Scat Pack, includes navigation, satellite radio, a reverse camera, an Alpine stereo system. Practically new with just 31,000 miles, powered by a 6.4-liter 392 Hemi engine. This today on the lot at $33,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com, they will sort out the penalties, which occurred right at the last play of the half. Does result in an ejection as Javon Matheson from the Lagartos ended up getting kicked out of the game, picking up his second unsportsmanlike penalty. Meanwhile, they're trying to get the two teams to go to the halftime locker room. Problem is, they don't like each other right now, and they have to go through the same tunnel to get off this field. And now, Tony Farina having a little fun at the PA announcing, and so is the DJ. Try to see if I can get these commercials fixed right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we have a very special halftime performance by the RGV Junior Dorados dancers. Many thanks to our great partners from the attorney at law.
Take a quick break and we come back. We'll get you set for the second half.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas. Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
How to add the VTX1 app to your Roku device. All your favorite shows from VTX1 Channel 1 and exciting games broadcast on Rio Sports Live can be added onto your Roku device by following these simple steps. Step 1. Scroll down to search and push OK on the remote control. Step 2. Type in VTX1 by using the arrow keys to move the cursor around the keyboard and pushing OK to enter the letters. When you're done, choose the VTX1 option on the right-hand side of the screen. Then push OK. Step 3. Choose the Add Channel option on the right-hand side of the screen and wait for the application to load. Congratulations! You have now successfully added the VTX1 app to your channel lineup. It can be found on the main screen under Home at the bottom of the list. For more information, visit the VTX1 website at vtx1.net/OTT.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com, they are having an entertainment here by the junior Dorado dance team as they're out there entertaining the fans. Want to remind you we got additional broadcasts coming up here on Real Sports Live. Tomorrow, if Eric Medrano were in town, I would have him doing playoff soccer tomorrow. But Eric's been out of the mix for the past couple of days, so I'm not sure we're going to hit round one of the high school soccer playoffs, which I'll get underway tomorrow. I do know that Friday night we'll be in Raymondville broadcasting a track meet. Several schools involved in a huge track meet that will take place in Raymondville. So I invite you to join our broadcast there. And then Texas Valley Sports will hit the airwaves on Saturday and Sunday. Scheduled games coming your way in basketball, perhaps volleyball, and for certain football as Texas Valley Sports hits the airwaves here on RealSportsLive.com. Want to remind you we also have the Idea Basketball All-Star Game coming up on November 11th as we will be introducing our coverage of Idea schools. Told you when I started this thing I was going to build an all-sports television channel that showcased athletes in various realms. Wasn't going to just be a UIL, wasn't going to just be high school. Thus the Dorados, thus the Texas Valley Sports, thus the IWFL. The Idea schools certainly in the mix. It'll be our first broadcast of perhaps many coming your way as we unveil some new opportunities that are that are opening up as we speak in additional broadcast coverage. The RGV Coaches Basketball Association will have their All-Star Game taking place on April the 14th. That'll be at PSJA North High School. That'll be sub 6A boys and girls and 6A boys and girls All-Star Games taking place throughout the day at PSJA North. We'll be there to broadcast that as well on April the 14th. And again, Texas Valley Sports just getting underway this week. IWFL getting underway within the next couple of weeks. 7-on-7 football is just around the corner. We've got coverage of that coming up. Various leagues are already contacting me of when they're starting. And so those of you interested in seeing the next wave of what's happening from the RGV as far as the athletes, quarterbacks, receivers, secondary, some of the skill position players, you might get an early peek as we covered last year with the 7-on-7 coverage coming your way. Sand volleyball leagues coming up a little bit later on. A couple of fishing tournaments we're going to be covering here on Rio Sports Live as well, with some live coverage of some fishing going on. Got a meeting this week as we'll be meeting at Louis' backyard and unveiling some coverage of actual fishing tournaments here on Rio Sports. If you have a sporting event you want to be covered here on Rio Sports, reach out to me. We've got traveling basketball teams that we're going to be doing coverage of, including coverage outside the area of some of these traveling teams as our athletes continue to hone their skills in the off season of the high school realm. Take a break. When we come back, we'll get you set. I'll run down the scoring in the first half, and we'll get you closer to the second half. This is RealSportsLive.com.
And it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Needing a treat before or after the big game? Then, when in Harlingen, stop in at the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams, shakes, sundaes, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it at the Scoop in Harlingen. From the deli comes a variety of sandwiches that is sure to bring you back for more. Hamburgers and hot dogs served every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, Sundays from 12 to 6. On F Street in Harlingen, it's the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Fans, mark the calendar for May the 5th for exciting football action from Mercedes as Rio Sports Live presents NFL flag football action in Turf Wars 2019. See the future stars from the area in tournament competition live on Rio Sports Live from the Mercedes Tiger Football Stadium May the 5th. Coaches, sign your team up today and be a part of the show for just $75 a team. Sponsored in part by Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito. Register your team today or call 956-536-7185. Turf Wars, NFL flag football from Mercedes.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, I want to stop it right there as the commercials are running and remind you on May the 5th at Turf Wars will be taking place. That's NFL flag football coming your way. We'll be broadcasting there. They're going to set up 4 fields along the Mercedes Tiger Football Stadium. And the way they're lining those up, I was talking things over with Chewy's Custom Sports. And we're going to be on the main field for certain, broadcasting the big games as that tournament plays out on May the 5th. They are looking for additional teams to sign up, so if you've got a team of various age groups in that Turf Wars, reach out to that number there that you see on the screen and participate on May the 5th. Cinco de Mayo and Turf Wars will be broadcasting that NFL flag football here on RioSportsLive.com. In the first half, Justin Broom got it started with a pick 6. Picked it off in the end zone, took it to the house. The Lagartos went on top 8-0 thanks to a 2-point conversion. The next possession, a 3-yard pass from Darren Daniel to Darius Dorsey for the RGV Dorados, resulted in a touchdown. Extra point was good on the kick. 8-7 game. Byron Ingram then went to Maurice Dupree for a touchdown, 2-point conversion, 16-7. And then Daniel went to the air to Arvin Jackson for the RGV Dourados. 2-point conversion was good. That's your score at the halftime break. 3 minutes before the second half kickoff. We'll take a break. Take a look at these commercials. They're the reason we're able to do what we can do. Rio Sports Live.
Men, start Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
What's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts! We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
A Piece of Cake by Gyrados in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Gyrados, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Gyrados in Harlingen.
Back here on Rio Sports, we are still waiting for the two teams to arrive, and right on cue, here come the Lagartos back onto the football field first. For the Lagartos, they have led throughout this ball game. We're taking a look at additional games coming up your way. The Dorados will next be in action on Saturday. That's April 27th. That's a long time from now. That's a month from tonight, when they take on the Temple Demons. May 5th, they're taking on the Arlington Longhorns. That's right back here at home. May the 11th, they're in Mexico City. Well, check that, Mexico City is here on May the 11th. May the 18th, they're at Austin to take on the Austin Wild. And then on June the 1st, they're at Mexico City, and then they take on the Demons of Temple here at the State Farm Arena on June the 8th. And then we look at the playoffs, which will begin in June 22nd for the IAFL. What does that mean? That means we've got coverage throughout the summer of the Dorados, and also means that we'll be getting closer and closer to high school football as we ramp through June. Texas Valley Sports, of course, we start their coverage this week. Texas Valley Sports will take us through July by the time they get to their Super Bowl. IWFL, or IWFA, that is, the Women's Football League, also be underway. We'll be covering that. That'll also take us closer to the high school season of volleyball and football. Also reminding you, during the summer, we will be covering the Donna Volleyball Leagues. That's always entertaining volleyball, and it gives fans a good chance to get a first peek at some of the upcoming talent coming through the ranks. Take a break while we get you set. Dorados will have the football. They'll start the second half. They trail by 1. This is Real Sports Live.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
At Port Isabel Health Clinic, they care for you like family. Services include pediatrics, geriatric care, and family practice, school sports physicals, daycare physicals, orthopedic care, wellness exams for men and women, Dr. William Torkelson and his staff are here to serve you. Office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. through 5 p.m. Your health is their priority at the Port Isabel Health Clinic.
Back here, some of the fans having some fun dancing, getting ready for this second half to begin. Well, the first part of the chore for the officials was to simply get the two teams out of the locker rooms and onto the field without any additional skirmishes going on. Teams have shown some bad blood towards each other throughout this broadcast. More fans out there dancing in the stands. You too can join the Dorados here live. Of course, we cover it live for those fans that can't make the trip, but we do encourage you to join us here. The bigger the crowd, the easier it is for the broadcast to get the feel more so of bigger and better things coming. This product is certainly a good product out on the field. Players out there working on their game, and there's varied stories on where these players are from and where they're going to. That's the next evolution of what we're doing at Rio Sports, is unveiling these studio shows in which we can actually break down some of the players and the stories behind the players of the athletes that you see in the games that we broadcast. Crowd finally getting back in their seats. Well, most of them have anyway. The Lagartos will be kicking the ball off to start the second half. They've led throughout this ball game thanks to a pick six. First time the Dorados had their hands on the ball, they went over the top of the end zone, but Justin Broom set the tempo with an interception and took that to the house. Dorados will have the ball to start this second half. They'll be going right to left as we're viewing it here from our broadcast suite at the arena in Hidalgo, Texas. Had a couple of people message me as we were on our commercial breaks asking how they could get their business showcased here on Rio Sports. That's what it's all about. When we built this, my wife and I, of course, we have our store, our antique store, Forever Memories. You see that advertisement on there. And we said then we're going to make sure we keep this affordable for the little guys. And so if you have a business out there or a product or a service, we certainly have a venue in which to showcase you and your wares. On the return, Dorados trying to get out of the end zone will do so, or won't they? No. That will be a safety and 2 points on the board for the Lagartos. So they'll give the Lagartos a point on the safety. And these rules, that's what that constitutes, is a 1 point. And then the Dorados will get their hands on the football. Now trailing by 3. Odd start to this second half, as the Dorados give up points. I think the scoreboard put 2 points up there, but should be 17-15. They'll get that changed here in a moment, and they do. And we're ready to roll. Dorados will have the ball to start the second half. Darren Daniel back in at quarterback. In motion will go Danny Young. Goes to the right side. Daniel swings a pass to Darius Dorsey. Got hit as he went to the sideline. Short gain on the play on first down for the Dorados. And second down coming up. Dorsey took a hard hit over there on that sideline. Appeared to be shaken up on that play. He'll stay in the ball game. Lined up as a receiver on the left-hand side. Danny Young goes out to the right side. Underneath is Arvin Jackson as a receiver. Dorsey goes in motion. Daniel drops back to throw. Looking over the middle, caught by Jackson. Runs through a tackle. Gets down inside Lagarto territory. Brought down there, but a first down coming up. Arvin Jackson showing again the ability to gain additional yards after catches. And a first down for the Dorados here on this first possession of the second half. Dorados have yet to lead in this ball game. They're taking their time in the huddle. Darren, Daniel, and company now break out of the huddle. Jackson lines up wide right. Dorsey joins him out there. Danny Young to the short side of the field on the left. Daniel sends Dorsey in motion. Daniel drops back to throw. Looking over the middle, looking for Jackson, threw it away.
Pass intended for number 3.
Incomplete pass, looking for Arvin Jackson. Second down coming up. They'll have a running clock during these quarters, the third and fourth quarter. It's only when they get down to the 1 minute mark that they'll stop the clock and run with NCAA rules as far as clock management goes. So you see the clock running even though it was an incomplete pass. That is the case. Daniel under center for the Dorados, sends Danny Young in motion, going left to right. As Young gets to the line, Daniel drops back to throw, has it over the middle, tipped incomplete. They're looking for Darius Dorsey. He and Jackson flooded that same zone, both in the end zone. Jackson going on the deeper route, Dorsey underneath. Dorsey would like to get another crack at that. That appeared to be a catchable ball in the end zone. Incomplete pass nonetheless. Third down coming up for the Dorados. This is the first drive of the second half for the RGV team. Daniel brings him up to the line. Jackson and Dorsey right. Danny Young will join him over on that right-hand side. Daniel looking to throw. Pressured, throws it, got Dorsey inside the 5. Fights hard down to the 1. First and goal coming up for the Dorados. Darius Dorsey on the catch. First and goal coming up for the RGV Dorados. You're just joining us. This is IAFL, International Arena Football League, from the arena in Hidalgo. Running play for the Dorados, right side. That's in for the score. Darren Daniel for 6 points. Dorados lead for the first time in the game. Big surge on the right side. Daniel to the house.
Taking it to the house, we got a right house burger. Dorados.
Darren Daniel on the carry. And that's the first time in the ball game that the RGV Dorados have led. It's a rare occurrence when you run in this league. But in some cases, that's just the absolute call to make. When you only got a yard to go, if you have any beef up front at all, they get a surge. In this case, they were running behind Adonis Cruz over there on that right side. And also blocking over there was Brandon Perez. 2-point conversion coming up for the Dorados. Daniel under center, sends Young in motion. Daniel drops back to throw. Looking, and it's going to be incomplete. 2-point conversion, no good. Dorados with the lead. They kick off after this. Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen. Back here on Rio Sports Live, the kickoff coming up by the Dorados. To the right side, that one sails into the stands, bounces back onto the playing field. So the Lagartos should get good field position to start this drive. We'll see how they respond, trailing for the first time in the game. (17-15) they trailed, the Dorados did. Before that drive, as a safety occurred on the kickoff return. But the offense got the job done, moved the ball downfield, and Darren Daniel took it in for the score. First down play for the Lagartos. This is the first time we see their offense in this second half. Shotgun formation for Ingram. Drops back to throw, penalty on the play. Has a man open right side. That's a diving catch made inside the 10. Now we'll sort out the penalty. Isaiah Jupiter on the catch. I believe they're going to let this stand. That will be an illegal defense against the Dorados. And so there'll be a 1st and goal for the Lagartos on this play. We want to again thank the Jose Cavazos family out of McAllen, Texas. They had us all set up here in this suite, and they forgot to tell the ticket agency that we were up here broadcasting from this point. The ticket agents downstairs saw this was open, and the Cavazos family made their way up here. They were patient as they waited for the next suite to open up, and they're in good shape. They're right next to us. But our thanks again to them. They got a better seat, actually. Pass play as Ingram looks to throw. In zone, throws it away. Incomplete pass. 2nd and goal coming up for the Lagartos. In this kind of game, you can kind of lay it all out because you have the luxury of nearly a month before your next game. So these players, they play all out anyway, but you can go a little extra here. Second and goal now for Ingram and the Lagartos. Directing traffic. Fakes the handoff, keeps it, fumbles it, picks it back up, gonna get hit, and down he goes. Back at the midfield stripe. Making the hit was Rashawn Marshall. Rashawn Marshall all over Byron Ingram. And a huge sack on the play. Puts the ball all the way back to the midfield stripe, makes it 3rd down for the Tampico Lagartos. Lagartos up to the line. Ingram now will step back into a shotgun formation. Out to his left-hand side is Isaiah Jupiter. He's made some big catches. Underneath is Maurice Dupree on that left side. Snap occurs. This is a live play. He just throws it deep. That's up for grabs. Easily picked off. Here come the Dorados. This is a live ball down the right-hand side. This is Marshall on the return. Stop there. Should be Dorado football. Now they throw a flag back here behind the play. Most everyone had stopped on that play except for Byron Ingram, who just lofted it downfield. Marshall was back there, said, hey, it's here. I'm going to take off on my own. And yet another lengthy discussion by the officials. Head coach for the Dorados out there pleading his case. He wants the football. If the play on the field stands, it'll be an interception for the Dorados. Here come the call.
Illegal defense against Rio Grande Valley. We also have illegal formation on the offense. No tight end declared. Those penalties will offset. We'll replay third down.
Offsetting penalties. We'll replay the down. Lagartos keep their hands on the football. So we'll just replay the down from the 21-yard line of the RGV Dorados. On play there as Ingram nearly threw an interception. There was no whistles on the play. That's what really threw everyone off. Some players were thinking, well, they knew they had committed an infraction, but yet there was no whistles. Ingram now with a new life. Still third down and goal to goal from the 21-yard line. Ingram out of a shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Drops back to throw. Looking. Firing underneath. It's caught there at the 15-yard line. Big hit delivered inside about the 13. Fourth down coming up. And now a penalty comes in late. Officials will talk this one over. Dorados saying that's against the Lagartos. Here comes the call.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 3 against Tampico. The 10-yard penalty. That's number 3's first UNS. That'll be fourth down.
So an unsportsmanlike penalty against the Lagartos. So here's what happened. The play counts. The reception took it down inside the 15. And then they marched the penalty right back. But the play counts. So it's fourth down for the Lagartos. They got a long way to go. 22 yards to go. Got to get it in the end zone or give the ball back to the Dorados, who already lead thanks to a score here in the second half. Ingram feels some pressure. Gets away from one, or does he? Yes, he does. Still looking. Fires it downfield. That's tipped and intercepted by Marshall in the end zone. Dorados take over. Marshall with the pick. Now they'll all settle it down and celebrate. The good news is you get the ball. Bad news is you intercepted the ball in the end zone, and now the worst news is, thanks to that celebration, there's a penalty flag thrown. And right now the indication are it's against the Dorados. We now have an unsportsmanlike called against Rashawn Marshall of the Rio Grande Valley. That's his first unsportsmanlike. You get 2 of those, you're kicked out of the game. That's his first. So there are guys playing out here with 1 unsportsmanlike. And as chippy as it's been, now you have to be super careful, especially on reacting to plays. First down for Darren Daniel and the RGV Dorados. They lead here in this third quarter. In motion goes Dorsey. Daniel wants to throw. Looking. Fires it right side. A big hit delivered. Danny Young, the intended receiver. That's an incomplete pass.
Pass intended for the Dorados, number 9, Danny Young.
Second down coming up for the Dorados. Clock will continue to run. I talked about that earlier. We're in the third quarter here. Bert Ruiz on the camera. I'm Joe Bowling with you. This is Real Sports Live. Be sure if you get a chance to go to our Roku channel to watch these games. If you do it on a Roku or a smart television, find the VTX1 app. Load that, and Real Sports Live is right there. Make it one of your favorites. It's easy to watch the games from there. Pass play. Daniel over the middle. Big hit delivered, incomplete pass. Austin Jackson, the intended receiver. A penalty back at the end zone. See what this one's is. The flag was in the end zone initially. Official picked that up and dropped it back outside the 2. Here comes a call.
On the offense, number 77. That penalty is declined. It'll be third down.
There's a holding call, but the location of the flag says it was out of the end zone, so no safety occurs. Penalty was declined. And so the Dorados will bring it up to the line of scrimmage. Daniel sends Young in motion. Drops back to throw. Here come the penalty flags. Again. We have certainly had our share of penalties tonight in this ball game.
Prior to the snap, full start. Number 88 on the offense. After distance to the goal. Still third down.
That'll be a false start against the Dorados. Half the distance back to the end zone. Takes it back outside the 2. Now, penalty will stop the clock momentarily, but now they crank it up. Dorado offense. We've seen them look a lot better than what they look tonight, but right now they've done enough to lead in this game by 4. Darren Daniel under center. Sends Young in motion. Drops back to throw again. Looking, finds Young. Got him. Outside the 20, makes a move, makes a man miss, stays on his feet, gets inside the 20 of the Lagartos. That's a first down.
And picking up the Oak Nutrition first down, number 9, Danny Young.
First down for the RGV Dorados. That gets him out of the shadows of the end zone. And adds new life to this drive. Daniel brings him up. Dorsey wide left, Young wide right. Jackson over the left-hand side as well. Daniel looks to throw, has a ton of time. Now he looks, and it's incomplete, nearly picked off. Ooh, that was a gift wrap pick 6 for D.D. Bearden. And he caught that. That was a jog home for 6 points. Incomplete pass makes it second down for the Dorados. Second down for the Dorados. Daniel brings him up. Daniel Young will go in motion on that right side. Before that, here comes the whistle.
Timeout.
Timeout called by the RGV Dorados.
RGV Cattle Company, your source for champion Cimbra show prospects in the valley. Cimbra heifer and steer prospects being born now and ready for your inspection. Come see them. They won't last long. Contact Renee Vela, 956-279-2200.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Back here on Rio Sports after the timeout, it'll be Dorado football. Leading by 4. Daniel drops back. Looking for Jackson. Now he hangs on to the ball further. Directs some traffic. Gonna run. Daniel Young, right side. That's hit hard. Penalties come raining in. Darren Daniel on the carry. Now we'll sort out all the extracurricular stuff going on. Tampico saying that's against the Dorados. Dorados pointing in the other direction, so that'll be a hold against the Dorados. It'll remain second down with a 10-yard penalty taxed off against the RGV Dorados. Ball back inside the Dorado 20. Again, what is happening is this third quarter is evaporating. Just 30 seconds left. As Daniel brings him up to the line. 2 receivers left, single receiver right side. That's going to be Danny Young, who will go in motion over to the left side as well. Penalty on the play. Dorsey with a catch. Looking for a block. Gets hit right around the midfield stripe. Now we look at the penalty, which looks like it'll be against the Dorados. And penalties continue to kind of dictate the pace of this game right now. That'll be against the Dorados. 5 more yards. Moves them back, and by the time they spot the football and start the clock, we should head into the fourth quarter. They'll crank it up. Dorados will be in no hurry whatsoever. We head to the fourth quarter. Dorados lead by 4. Young brings him up. He won't take a snap. Back after this.
Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito is right there for you when it comes to supporting your teams, schools, and organizations. A veteran-owned business dedicated to helping out regardless of the team or season. Let Chewy's design your hats or shirts with state-of-the-art embroidery. Let Chewy's design and print your shirts for the next big game. How about custom engraved top-of-the-line mugs, buttons, banners? Call Chewy's Custom Sports today.
Fans mark the calendar for May the 5th for exciting football action from Mercedes as Rio Sports Live presents NFL flag football action in Turf Wars 2019. See the future stars from the area in tournament competition live on Rio Sports Live from the Mercedes Tiger Football Stadium May the 5th. Coaches, sign your team up today and be a part of the show for just $75 a team. Sponsored in part by Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito. Register your team today or call 956-536-7185. Turf Wars, NFL flag football from Mercedes.
Back here on Rio Sports Live. Welcome back to the fourth quarter here of the IAFL action from the Hidalgo Arena in Hidalgo, Texas. Gyrados of the RGV on top, 21-17 as we start the final 15 minutes of play. Now have the football, second down. Need to get it near the 20-yard line. of the Lagartos to get a first down. Darren Daniels been the signal caller throughout. Drops back to throw over the middle. Arvin Jackson makes the catch. That should be enough for a first down. No penalties on the play. Well, no, it is. Third down. They need to get it down near the 12 to get a first down. Forgot about the additional penalty yardage against the Dorados to close out that third quarter. Third down for the RGV Dorados. Daniel drops back, drops the football, recovered it. Or did he? Lagartos say they got it. Officials haven't indicated yet, and it is still no indication. Lagarto football. Coming out of there for the Lagartos. They get the ball. Looked like Daniel got back to it, but nothing doing. And so the Tampico Lagartos get the ball back. 4-point game. Dorados with the lead. Lagartos led 8-0 out of the gate. It was an 8-7 game as the Dorados scored a touchdown. 16-7 as the Lagartos maintained that lead. 16-15 after a Arvin Jackson touchdown, 2-point conversion. That took us to halftime. Safety made it 17-15. Dorados scored 21-17. They're up. And now Byron Ingram and the Lagartos on first down, trying to convert on the turnover. Football is fumbled here. That's picked up by the Lagartos. They'll hang on to the ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to come back and join us on
Dangerous play there.
when your RGV Dorados play host the Arlington Longhorns. A big $6
Sunday, May the 5th is the Turf Wars in Mercedes. It's also the next time the Dorados are at home. And by that time, we should be able to pack this place. Wouldn't that be fun? Second down play coming up for the Lagartos. Byron Ingram. Under center now. Drops back, quick hitter on the right side. Catch is made. Hit delivered right at the midfield stripe. Isaiah Jupiter on the catch. Rashawn Marshall on the tackle. Third down coming up for the Lagartos. They're in a more or less hurry-up offense. That Dorados possession to close out the third quarter took a lot of time off the clock. It's been a while since we've seen this offense on the field. Ingram on third down. Pump fake, looks for it all, got a man wide open, touchdown. Maurice Dupree on the hitch and go, easy 6. Lagartos back on top. Dupree was just literally wide open. And Maurice Dupree gives the Lagartos the lead back, up by 2. They'll be looking for the extra point here. They'll go for a 2-point conversion as Ingram brings him up to the line. Ingram under center, sends a man in motion right to left. Hands it off, running play left-hand side. That's an easy 2-point conversion. Lagartos convert. Our offense hasn't been on the field much in the second half, but they convert here. And lead by 5. Kickoff coming up.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Back here on Rio Sports Live. Fans want to invite you again, if you're watching us on our Facebook, make sure you share the link, follow the page, like our page. On YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're on one, go to the other, and at least help spread the wealth there. Pass the word around to other fans who may not be knowing these games are going on. IAFL football here tonight. Kickoff coming up by the Lagartos. That's a bouncing kick, fielded up early near the midfield area. On the return for the Dorados, that's Felix Carrillo. And Carrillo knew once he got his hands on the ball, he had to get in a hurry and knew there wasn't much blocking in front of him. Did manage to move the ball down, and the Dorados have good field position to start this drive. Going back to that Maurice Debris catch, that was the first real indication that this Tampico team had a chance to go over the top on any given play. Prior to that, it looked like the Dorados had more guys capable of pulling that off. But now the Dorados find themselves trailing again. Darren Daniel drops back to throw on first down. Protection's good over the middle. Caught inside the 5. That's first and goal coming up as Young hangs on.
On the reception for your Dorados,
Daniel Young on the catch. First and goal coming up for the Dorados.
first down.
That third quarter just went by so fast because of all the penalties, really. It wasn't a sustained drive or anything like that. It was just penalties. It just kept sustaining possession for the Dorados, but nothing resulted. Young now on first down, or Danny hands it off. Running play. Oh, a big hit. Down goes the runner. Helmet comes off, and how about that hit delivered by Princeton Jackson? Adonis Cruz on the carry, but all eyes on Jackson, who delivered the hit. Brings up second and goal for the Dorados. Adonis Jackson had his helmet knocked clean off. He waits a while to put that back on in the huddle for the Dorados. Second down play. Daniel wants to throw. Shovels a pass forward. That's incomplete. Was anybody there? Looked like they had an eligible receiver, as Adonis Cruz had reported as an eligible receiver. He just couldn't free himself up to get to that ball. Third and goal coming up for the Dorado. You get a score here, and it's really going to be buckle up for the finish of this game. If the Lagartos can get a stop, they have a chance to go to a 2-score lead with possession. Daniel sends a man in motion. Out to the left side, that's Dorsey. Pressure coming, he throws it away. Incomplete pass. Now they're looking to see if anyone was in the vicinity of that one. They're going to talk it over before they make the call. That may be a grounding call. In this case, the officials are making sure of the... There's the flag. So it will be a grounding call against the Dorados. Daniel was dropping straight back and pressure was coming as there was just literally no protection at all. So now it's a loss of down to 4th down. And the Dorados have 4th and goal, but the football back outside the 10 all the way out to the 14.5-yard line. And Darren Daniel and company will have to get creative here. You get the feeling that they have the ability to score on any given play. And yet every time you look up, somebody on this Lagarto team is stepping up and making the big play themselves, shutting the offense down. Daniel brings him up. Dorsey wide left. He's been quiet here in the second half. Arvin Jackson out there with him. Danny Young will go in motion on the right side. Daniel drops back. Here comes pressure. Throws it over the middle, and it's incomplete. Young upended as he goes into the stands. And a turnover on downs gives the ball to the Lagartos. Young did all he could to retrieve that ball. Just ran out of real estate back in the end zone. So the Lagartos offense back on the field. The football went up into the stands and make the fans send that back. Hard to play without the ball, my friends. Lagarto football. Dorados now will be looking for something on the defensive end to make a big play. Byron Ingram keeps a back in the backfield on this first down play. Sends a man in motion right side. Ingram swings a pass out. That's incomplete. Looking to set up a little screen play. Had that catch been made, the Dorados were there to cover that. Incomplete pass. Will not stop the clock until we get to the 1 minute mark here in this ball game. Second down for the Lagartos. Out to the right side, Isaiah Jupiter. Ingram sends a man in motion. That's Dupree. Looks to throw. Has Dupree over the middle. Wide open again. And 6 points. Dupree on the route. Broke free. Ingram, all he had to do was get it in the air. Lagartos over the top score. Maurice Dupree. Second touchdown here in the second half. And a 10-point lead for the Tampico Lagartos. And the Dorados will have to go to work. Now comes the extra point. Regardless if this is converted or not, it's still a 2-possession game. Dorados will have to score and get the ball back. Two-point attempt coming up here for the Lagartos. Ingram out of a shotgun. Sends a man in motion left to right, hands the ball off, and that is going nowhere. Penalty on the play, so we'll sort that out. Defense was there all over that play as Ernesto Tamez made the tackle. That penalty will be against the Lagartos, so the play stands. No good on the extra point. Dorados football after this.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas. Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we get set for the kickoff. 6:04 remains in this game, and the RGV Dorados find themselves down double digits for the first time in the game. They'll return to kickoff. Try to get lightning in a bottle here on the return. Bring it out across the 10, reverse the field, penalty flag on the play. They'll take it out to the 20-yard line of Tampico Lagartos. There's penalties behind the play, in front of the play. That official just threw a flag about 20 yards. It'd be an illegal block against the Dorados. So RGV will have the football. And they'll have to start from their own 5-yard line. Need a score, need to get the ball back, and score again as they trail by 10. In this league, that's much easier than in some cases. Still a chore, but 10-point leads, I've seen 20-point leads go away in 5 minutes, which is what we've got here, 5:40 and counting. Darren Daniel and company on first down. Drops back, quick hitter on the left-hand side. Out of bounds is Young. That'll move the chains downfield. Quick first down. Dorados still going with the huddle. The clock will not be their friend at all. Nearing the 5-minute mark. Daniel drops back to throw again. Over the middle, it's caught by Jackson. Held up at the 20. That's enough for a first down. As they move the football deeper downfield with 2 consecutive completions. This hasn't been the problem. Getting here, getting inside the 10, getting inside the 5 has been easy, relatively speaking. The Lagartos from that point on have simply shut the door in most cases. Daniel looks to throw. That's looking for Jackson behind him, incomplete. Coverage over there by A.D. Bearden, or D.D. Bearden, that is. Incomplete pass. Clock running. Dorados get the new play from Daniel. Staying in that huddle. And precious time is ticking away. They'll go a minute between plays here. From right before the last snap until they snap it here. Down 10. Showing no urgency. Trying to show some calmness here. Daniel now takes a snap. Looks to throw. Right side. That's picked off. Easy pickings. Down the sideline. On the run. Penalty on the play. But that's going to be post possession, and that should be a turnover.
personal foul, roughing the passer, number 40 on the
Oh, they'll call a roughing the passer. So it will be a Dorado football. So they'll move the ball downfield. Inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. As the Dourados catch a break on this one. They'll crank the clock up. As you see, the Dourados still talking it over. Just now getting in the huddle. They took the last snap just inside the 4-minute mark. They'll take this snap down near the 3-minute mark as Daniel gets up to the line at the 3:20 spot. Sends a man in motion. More time ticking off the clock. Daniel looks to throw over the middle. Incomplete. He had a man wide open. Jackson underneath. Behind him was Danny Young. Had he held that ball another second, all Daniel would have had to done was get the ball in the air. Young was that open in the back of the end zone. All right, they took the last snap at about 3:12. We're at 2:40 and counting. Still in the huddle of the Dourados. They'll break out at the 2:30 mark. And these are nearly minutes going by. 1 minute spans between these snaps. Down by 10, need a score in another possession for the Dourados. Daniel looks, throw it away. Over the head of Arvin Jackson. Again, this is the spot where the Lagartos have just simply drawn the line throughout this game. Bend, 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 and then stand tall and defend this end zone. Clock down to 1:40. Daniel sends a man in motion. That's Young on third down. Gets him to jump off sides, and here come the penalties. In sync. Every official with a flag in his hand threw it in the air. Now what that'll do is that'll stop the clock long enough for them to make the call and spot the football. Still third down, so they're going to mark the football. Dourados are still back in their huddle. As they mark the ball down, they'll crank the clock up now. They'll try to anyway. Now they start it. Out of the huddle, here come the Dourados. Got to score and get the ball back to have a chance. Here's a pass play, right side Arvin Jackson, and he is in for the score, or is he? Touchdown, Dourados. Arvin Jackson stretches forward, gets it in. Dourados down by 4. Now they'll start the clock here. The Dourados could have scored. They could have gotten the 2-point conversion had they been at the line, and then got the benefit of the 1-minute warning. Now the 1-minute warning comes out. Dourados wanted a timeout. They waited a little too long to call that. 1-minute warning.
Men's Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Back here on Rio Sports Live. Minute left here in this game. The RGV Dorados will have an extra point coming up here. Really insignificant, other than if you're successful, you're down 3 points, or 2 if they convert here. But nonetheless, a successful means a field goal. If you get the ball back, is all you need to either tie or possibly win. If you don't get this conversion, you need a touchdown. Most important part, you need the ball back. Young goes in motion. Daniel looks to throw. Here comes penalties everywhere. There were flags as the snap occurred, and then as Danny Young was wrestled down to the end zone, there was another flag thrown. So if the first was against the Dorados, well, then the second most likely will offset it, as it's against Tampico's Lagartos. Dorados led at one time 21-17. 2 scores in a row. Here comes the call.
Number 8, that penalty is declined. Pass interference in the end zone, number 8. The ball will be placed at the 1.5-yard line. We'll replay the try.
So 2 penalties against the Lagartos. The Dorados decline 1. They take the pass interference call. Moves the ball down inside the 2. Still an extra point attempt. Bad news is 2.5 seconds left on the clock evaporated. And these Dorados are going to need every second possible. Get back in this, have a chance on the extra point. They will not get in. Kickoff coming up. Dorados need the ball back.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
The RGV Dorados get a bit of good news from the officiating crew during that break, as they did revert to NCAA clock management at the 1-minute warning, meaning that on an extra point, the clock does not run. And so they put the ball or the clock back to 1 minute left in this game. Dorados will have to kick it off. They do have some timeouts remaining, and an incomplete pass now will stop the clock in a game designed for a passing attempt. So it's not impossible to get the ball back with just a minute left in this ball game. And if you do get the ball back on any given play in this arena, you can score. Teeing it up is Alejandro Segura. Onside kick, takes a bounce, fielded by the Lagartos inside their 20 of the Dorados. And they'll have the ball and a 4-point lead. See how many timeouts the Dorados have remaining. I think I've got them down for 2. You go back to that last drive, though, there were 4 consecutive plays in which they lost nearly a minute per snap. Completed passes, but then time elapsed getting the play out, and then the next snap to sustain the drive that eventually ended up in the score. Ingram will run out of a shotgun on this first down play. Sends a man in motion on the left side. Wants to throw, swings a pass. It's caught. Inside the 10, down to about the 5. Dorados will have to call a timeout there. That's enough for a first down, though. First and goal for the Lagartos. Timeout was called. That's their second. They do have 1 timeout remaining.
Don't forget to come back and join us for more exciting Dorados football. Cinco de Mayo.
And remember that May 5th, they'll be playing here again. The Dorados will take on the Longhorns of Austin. Or Arlington Longhorns, that is. My thanks to Bert Ruiz for joining me for this one. It's a late night for us.
From TLC Pharmacy, located in Mission. TLC Pharmacy, when you need that extra tender love and care. And Marco de Luna, attorney at law and candidate for justice of the peace.
The Lagartos just have to take care of the football
Marco de Luna, JP 2020.
for a couple of snaps here. There is one mindset on the Dorados that you let them score here, and then you make your stand on the 2-point conversion. Being down 8, you'll get the ball back at least. First down play. Ingram looks to throw over the middle. That's going to be caught, and that's a touchdown. Touchdown catch by Isaiah Jupiter. And again, that may not be bad news for Dorados fans. There's some groans going on by the fans. Oh, forget that. That takes it to a 10-point game. My math was wrong. I was looking up at the scoreboard wrong. 10-point game. Extra point coming up. They'll go for the conventional extra point. Pedro Pineda, the kicker. Pineda, and they'll fake it. They'll run it to the right side, take up some time, and then get tackled. Extra points no good. Dorados trail by 10. Kickoff after this.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
How to add the VTX1 app to your Roku device. All your favorite shows from VTX1 Channel 1 and exciting games broadcast on Rio Sports Live can be added onto your Roku device by following these simple steps. Step 1. Scroll down to search and push OK on the remote control. Step 2. Type in VTX1 by using the arrow keys to move the cursor around the keyboard and pushing OK to enter the letters. When you're done, choose the VTX1 option on the right-hand side of the screen. Then push OK.
Go ahead and bring it back. Here's the Lagartos will kick it off. Dorados will field it down by 10. 40 seconds left here in this ball game. They'll get hit at the 10-yard line and take over the drive right there. Sean Potts on the return. And now the Dorados have it with 39 seconds left in this game. Reminding you, Texas Valley Sports coverage will start this week on Rio Sports Live. Also want to remind you, my wife and I store at vinyl records, antiques, collectibles, and more. And the home offices of Rio Sports Live will be moving to San Benito, 237 Sam Houston. Invite you out to join us next week. We'll open the doors. Making the move. Femat in at quarterback now. Javier Femat. First snap for him. Drops back to throw. Looking. Pressured. Gets rid of the ball. Underthrown. And an incomplete pass. Arvin Jackson, the intended receiver. That was nearly picked off by the Lagartos. 30 seconds left here in this game. We'll be wrapping it up rather quickly here, so Bert and I have a chance to get out of here. Late night to get back across the way. Second down play for Femat. Javier under center, drops back to throw. Here comes pressure, gets away from it. Has time, now underneath, incomplete. Looking for Jackson. Danny Young was there as well. And that's an incomplete pass. Brings up third down for the RGV Dorados. Appreciate you fans all joining us for this broadcast again here on Rio Sports Live. Just over 16 months ago we started this. And now we're up over 10 million minutes viewed combined on the social media. It's neat to run the reports. Sometimes I don't even understand how it's working, but the numbers are there. Femat wants to throw, gets some protection, now delivers a ball. It's overthrown and picked off. Here come the Lagartos down the right-hand side. They pick 6 to start the game, and they get another. 6 more points for the visitors. Second pick 6 of the game.
Interception and touchdown by the Lagartos, number 7.
And so Tampico increases the lead, 43-27. Femat's pass sailed a little bit. And the receiver stretched up, tipped it, became a tip drill. And so 6 more points on the board for Tampico. Fans again who are just now joining us for the first time on a broadcast of Rio Sports Live. Our mission is to cover as many sporting events and many sporting teams, athletes, and events that we can, and do so in a way that fans from both teams can enjoy the broadcast in an unbiased presentation. Extra point, 2-point conversion is good. Tampico up 45-27. We'll wrap this up after this.
Step 3. Choose the Add Channel option on the right-hand side of the screen and wait for the application to load. Congratulations! You have now successfully added the VTX1 app to your channel lineup. It can be found on the main screen under Home at the bottom of the list. For more information, visit the VTX1 website at vtx1.net/OTT.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, there's Forever Memories. Changing locations, as we will be in San Benito, Texas. Over the next 4 days, we're going to move. You saw all that stuff on that commercial. There's a lot more now than what was then when we made that commercial. Yours truly has to move about 7,000 record albums. Kickoff by the Lagartos, returned by the Dorados. Out across the midfield stripe, up the middle of the field. Play blown dead, and that will do it. Lagartos win this one, 45-27. They took the lead on a pick six by Justin Broom to start the game, a pick six to bookend it. Between then, a good battle. And Lagartos come out of here with a win. And the Lagartos use defense to dictate this ball game for the most part. Got that pick six and had the lead, didn't let go of that lead until in the third quarter when the Dorados, on a touchdown run by quarterback Darren Daniel, put them up 21-17. That was the end of the lead. It didn't last long. And the Lagartos found enough to get the job done. The Dorados will be back at home here on May the 5th, so circle your calendar for that one. That's also our Turf Wars coverage day, which will be in Mercedes covering football, so that means that day and night, it's all football all day on Rio Sports Live. That'll do it for our broadcast. Thank you again for all the sponsors that assisted us in broadcasting this game. Those fans out there that may know businesses or individuals that have services or products that they wish to showcase, be sure to give us a call. We can certainly help you out. We have the numbers to back it up, and be interested in talking to any and everybody we can. For Bert Ruiz, who ran the camera, I'm Joe Bowling. From the arena in Hidalgo, 45-27, IAFL football. Lagartos win. Good night.